Hey guys, Sean here. I'm in New Jersey for the first time.
Hey Sean, wave.
Is this your spot?
Yeah,
it's a combination of
awesome.
You got like part of it. I need some food.
That's intro
Who are you? I'm Eric, king of the TWR.
Oh, of course, yeah. Of course, yeah.
So, the Twitter.
Oh, jolly good idea.
Oh, you're jolly good. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, awesome.
Lewis is somewhere.
He's around.
He's in back.
Hey guys, Sean here, and on November 27th, I went to the Greenberg train show in Edison, New Jersey. I mostly went there because people from the Thomas Twitter fandom were going to be there, as well as two guys that own actual props that were used in the show. They were going to display them there. And also, I met Brandon Cardy, who's filming a documentary about adult Thomas fans, and he was nice enough to film this painting that I made. So look out for this in the final film, if it stays in the final cut. So now I'm going to show you everything that I got from that train show. First up is Wilbert. And this was actually the last Thomas Wood and Railway engine released before 2009 that I don't have any version of, so now I do. Next up, Norman. This one is actually kind of rare because it was only available for 2 years, 2011 and 2012, because Mattel didn't re-release it. So now that I have this, the only learning curve engines that I don't have any version of is Hank and Paxton. And recently I found the 2013 Bell at a thrift store, so now the only engines that I don't have the learning curve versions of is Gordon, James, Bell, and Hank and Paxton. Next up is Easter Rosie. This is basically just identical to the regular Rosie, but just with an Easter banner just slapped on there. For some reason, around this time, Learning Curve liked to do that. And I spent $10 on it, but I got Cardy to sign it right here, so now it's the most valuable thing in my collection. Next up, Day Out with Thomas 2010. This was the only Day Out with Thomas exclusive item to not be a rolling stock. From 2006 to 2017, they were all rolling stock except for this one, and when they transitioned to Thomas Wood, they made this for 2018, but 2019, 2020, and 21, they recolored the Wood Thomas. Next up, Talking Railway Series Molly. I basically got this because it's like in really good condition, and Molly is just like kind of an underrated character in my opinion, and you know, in my opinion, they should have brought back Molly instead of introduced Rebecca in season 22. Just look at how good quality this is. Just mint condition. And finally, Hugo, the last new character released in the Thomas Wood and Railway line. And something that's unique is these chassis are actually wood, like how it was in Learning Curve. But throughout Mattel's run, these 8-wheel chassis were always plastic. Yeah, I don't know why. Now that I have this, the only characters released by Mattel that I don't have any versions of is Connor, Steven, Porter, Gator, Timothy, Gina, Frida, and Vinny. The old style Chinese dragon. Yeah, I grew up with the new style one, so it's just really weird seeing this one, and it's the only piece of Thomas Wooden Railway to have a fabric string on it. I also got this, Adaptatrack. Yeah, I've always wanted to get this, but I just never did until now. Just, you can have it like that, or like that, or like that, or like that. Yeah, it's really useful. And it also comes in a smaller one. Now for the new in-box items that I got. I got this, a Thomas Hot Wheels car. Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know why they made this, but it's probably the best piece of Thomas merchandise to come out in 2020. And next up, Thomas's Country Show Delivery. This was actually based on the episode Wonky Whistle, you know, one of the worst episodes in the entire show, and one of the worst episodes to make a wooden railway item out of, but, you know, I just had to get it because I don't have enough new in-box Thomas Wooden Railway items. And try me, the slide door, it doesn't work because I guess it's been doing that for 9 years and the battery ran out. Oh, and I also got the 2014 Wooden Railway Yearbook. This is just, like, such a good thing to look through, and just all the different stuff that, you know, you'll just never find. Next up, Thomas and the Stinky Cheese. Yeah, this is another gimmicky episode that they just only made to make merchandise out of, but, you know, I had to get it because it's Thomas Wooden Railway. Which, fun fact, this character, on the back and on the chassis, it says it's Iron Airy, but it has Bert's face, because Bert has the more stubble. Yeah, and also back there, only at Target. Yeah, back when Target actually cared about Thomas merchandise. And next up, Ertl Troublesome Trucks. This was in a different booth with all the others. It wasn't mainly Thomas stuff. It was basically just this, as well as a new in-box tar tanker and fuel car, but I got this one. And finally, the barrel loader. I got this for the low price of $15, which is actually really good for a Thomas Wooden Railway Destination new in the box. And let's open it up. Yeah, when I opened it up, it didn't have these 3 barrels, but it was just in a box right next to it, so I got those, but I didn't realize that it had another barrel car, so now I have 2 barrel cars. But it didn't come with a track base, so this is how it works. You put the barrels in there, you put a piece of track right there, and then you push this down, and then the engine drives off. Yeah, yeah, it's just such a good item, such a classic item. And fun fact, this is actually like one of the rare Thomas Wooden Railway items to have absolutely 0 plastic, and the only thing that's not 100% wood is the little metal hinge that this thing goes on. Yeah, you know, this is real Thomas Wooden Railway. Oh, and here's something cool. The day after I went to the train show, I went to a friend's house, and they had a whole bunch of Thomas stuff, and they let me take home some Thomas stuff that I didn't have. So the first one is the Candy Cane car. I looked on the wiki, and apparently this item comes with this version of Thomas, which I've had for a while, so now I can officially say that I have the Thomas and the Candy Cane car value pack. The next thing is the Spotlight car. This thing came with the generator car, as well as Fergus, which I happen to have a spare Fergus, so now I can say I have Fergus and the Power Cars value pack. Next up, the oil tanker. This was one of the ones that I've actually been actively trying to look for on eBay. So now that I have the milk tanker, the fuel tanker, the tar tanker, the water tanker, and the 2008 Dale with Thomas water tanker, the only Wooden Railway tanker that I don't have is the Youngsters tanker. And finally, for the Wooden Railway, these articulated Sir Mat and Lady Hat. These are like some of the strangest items to ever come out of Wooden Railway, but it's just like really cool to look at. And here are two take-alongs. Mr. Percival's car. And if you watch season 11, this is actually inaccurate to the show. Mr. Percival drives a bike and not a car. But I guess they made Sir Matt's car, so they just had to make this as well. And also the take-along character card for Skarloey. And finally, take-along Jeremy. This was actually like really valuable and really rare to find on eBay. So I'm really lucky that they let me have it. And it also came with a character card. And if you look on the character card, that's actually not Jeremy. It's just a model plane. I don't know how they made that mistake. And fun fact, when I was at the train show, the two people that displayed Thomas props, they had a prototype face of Jeremy that looked like this. Yeah, I can see why they didn't go with that.